Hello, I am Jessica. Before you move on, listen carefully. Have you ever felt that at your age, no matter what you do, something feels missing? Like the way love used to happen doesn't work anymore. And yet, deep inside, you still want connection. Something real, something calm, something that doesn't feel forced. Because here's the truth most men over 60 never hear. It's not about trying harder. It's not about becoming younger. It's about something quieter, something deeper. Something you already have, but may not be using. Welcome. This is where we talk about what truly matters after 60. Not surface attraction, not games, but real human connection. The kind that feels peaceful, the kind that stays. At this stage in life, love changes. It's not fast. It's not loud. It's not about impressing someone in the first 5 minutes. It becomes slower, deeper, more honest. And what many men don't realize is this is actually your advantage. In this video, I'll share 5 quiet truths, 5 emotional shifts that can naturally make a woman feel drawn to you, without chasing, without pressure, without pretending to be someone you're not. And if you find yourself connecting with this, just gently like the video, and stay, because what you're about to hear, you won't hear in most advice. Feeling number 1, emotional safety. After 60, a woman is not searching for excitement. She is searching for peace, a place where she can breathe, where she doesn't feel judged or rushed. And this is where older men have a silent advantage. Your calm presence, your slower energy, your ability to simply be there becomes deeply attractive. There was a man named Rashid, 67, quiet, simple, never the loud type. He met a woman at a family gathering while others tried to entertain her. He just listened, not to reply, but to understand. And later she said something that stayed with him. I don't know why, but I feel safe talking to you. And that was the moment everything changed. Not because he impressed her, but because he made her feel at ease. The truth is, attraction at this age doesn't grow from pressure. It grows from comfort. When a woman feels safe, she opens. And when she opens, connection begins. But safety alone is not everything. Feeling number 2, feeling alive again. What many men don't admit is that they miss feeling alive, not physically, but emotionally. And the same is true for women. They don't want drama, but they don't want emptiness either. They want to feel something again, something gentle, something real. There was a man named Khalid, 70, who thought his life had become routine until he met a woman during his morning walks. They didn't talk much at first, just small greetings, but slowly, their conversations grew. And one day he told her, "Talking to you makes my mornings feel different." And she smiled in a way he hadn't seen before, because what he gave her was not excitement, but a quiet sense of aliveness. You see, it's not about being energetic like a young man. It's about bringing emotional warmth. When your presence makes her day feel a little brighter, she starts associating you with that feeling, and that's how attachment forms. Slowly, naturally, but connection doesn't deepen without something else. Feeling number 3, being truly seen. After 60, people stop really seeing each other. Conversations become routine, predictable, shallow. But when you truly notice a woman, not just how she looks, but how she feels, what she values, what she hides, something powerful happens. There was a man named Imran who once told a woman, "You seem strong, but I feel like you've carried a lot alone." She went silent for a moment, then said softly, "No one has ever said that to me." And in that moment, a wall she had built for years quietly began to fall. The truth is, when a woman feels seen, she feels understood. And when she feels understood, she feels connected. This is not about saying perfect words. It's about paying attention, deeply, but even deeper than being seen, is something many men overlook. Feeling number 4, gentle respect, not the loud kind, not dominance, but quiet admiration. Acknowledging her presence, her experiences, her journey, without trying to control or impress. There was an older man who would always listen to a woman's opinions, never interrupting, never correcting, just respecting. And one day she said, "I feel valued when I talk to you." And that is something many women rarely feel. Respect at this stage is not shown through grand gestures, but through small, consistent behavior. And when a woman feels respected, she begins to trust, and trust is where love quietly grows. But there is one final piece. Feeling number 5, emotional rest. After everything life has taken, all the noise, all the pressure, what a woman truly wants is a place where she doesn't have to perform anymore, where she can simply be. There was a man who once told a woman, "You don't have to be perfect around me." And she replied, "That's why I feel calm with you," because what he gave her was rest, emotional rest, something rare, something deeply attractive. Love after 60 is not butterflies. It's not intensity. It's not chaos. It's something softer, something quieter. It's safety. It's aliveness. It's being seen. It's respect. And it's rest. And maybe, just maybe, the reason things haven't changed for you yet is not because you lack something, but because you haven't fully used what you already have. You don't need to chase. You don't need to prove. You don't need to compete. You just need to understand the silent power within you and allow it to show naturally. If this spoke to something inside you, stay connected, because this journey is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you already are, quietly, deeply, and truthfully. And until next time, take care. And never underestimate the quiet strength you carry. But emotional safety alone is not what makes a woman stay, because safety without feeling becomes comfort, and comfort without connection slowly fades. And this is where many men misunderstand something important. They think being calm is enough, but calm without emotional presence feels distant. So let's go deeper. Feeling number 6, emotional presence. After 60, a woman doesn't need constant attention, but she deeply values meaningful attention, the kind where you are fully there, not distracted, not thinking ahead, just present in that moment. There was a man named Salim, 66, who had a habit. Whenever someone spoke to him, he would pause, look into their eyes, and truly listen. Not for long, just a few seconds more than others, but it made a difference. A woman once told him, "When you listen, it feels like I matter." And that is something rare. The truth is, presence is felt, not spoken. When you are fully there, she feels it. And when she feels it, she begins to value your company in a deeper way. But presence alone is not enough to create emotional depth. Feeling number 7, gentle curiosity, not questioning, not interrogating, but a soft interest in who she is. After 60, most conversations lose curiosity. People assume they stop discovering each other. There was a man named Tariq who once asked a simple question: "What makes you feel peaceful these days?" And the woman paused, smiled, and said, "No one has asked me that in years." And that one question opened a conversation that lasted hours. You see, curiosity is attractive, not because of the question, but because of the intention behind it. It shows you care, not to impress, but to understand, and understanding builds connection slowly, naturally. But connection doesn't grow without emotional honesty. Feeling number 8, quiet honesty, not dramatic truth, not oversharing, but simple, grounded honesty about how you feel, what you value, and what you've learned. There was a man who once said, "I don't try to rush things anymore. I just enjoy meaningful company." And the woman he was speaking to felt something shift, because honesty removes pressure. It creates clarity, and clarity creates comfort. The truth is, when you are honest, without trying to gain something, it builds trust. And trust is the foundation of deeper feelings. But even trust needs something more to stay alive. Feeling number 9, emotional patience. After 60, love doesn't grow quickly. And it shouldn't, because what grows slowly lasts longer. There was a man named Bashir who didn't rush conversations, didn't push for closeness, didn't demand attention. He allowed things to unfold naturally. And over time, the woman he was speaking to began reaching out more, sharing more, opening more, not because he chased, but because he gave space. The truth is, patience is powerful. When you don't rush, you create room for her to come closer on her own. And when she chooses to come closer, the connection becomes real. But even patience needs one final element. Feeling number 10, quiet confidence. Not loud, not visible, but deeply felt. The kind that comes from knowing you are enough without needing validation. There was a man who once said very little, but carried himself with calm certainty, and a woman described him in a simple way. There's something steady about him. And sometimes, that's all it takes. Confidence at this stage is not about proving value. It's about not needing to prove anything at all. And that is rare. And rarity creates attraction. So now, when you look at this deeper layer, you begin to understand something important. Attraction after 60 is not created. It is revealed through how you show up. Quietly, consistently, honestly. But this is only part of the picture. And now, there is something even deeper. Something many men feel, but rarely put into words. A quiet question that sits in the back of the mind. What if I open up again and it doesn't work? Because at this stage in life, it's not rejection that people fear the most. It's disappointment. It's giving your time, your presence, your energy, and feeling like it didn't matter. But here's the truth. Love after 60 is not about avoiding disappointment. It's about approaching connection with a different understanding, a quieter strength, one that doesn't break, even if things don't go as expected. Feeling number 11, emotional resilience, not hardness, not distance, but the ability to stay open without losing yourself, to care, without depending, to connect, without fear controlling your actions. There was a man named Javed who once said, I no longer expect things to last forever. I just appreciate what is real while it's here. And that shift changed everything because instead of holding on tightly, he became present. And in that presence, his connections became deeper, not weaker. The truth is, when you release the fear of outcomes, you begin to experience moments more fully. And ironically, that's what makes those moments more meaningful. But resilience alone doesn't complete the picture. Feeling number 12, quiet gratitude, appreciating small things, a conversation, a shared smile, a moment of understanding. Because after 60, it's rarely the big gestures that matter. It's the quiet consistency of meaningful moments. There was a man who once told a woman, I enjoy our conversations. They make my day feel lighter. And she didn't respond immediately, but later, she said, that meant more than you think, because gratitude, when expressed simply, creates warmth, and warmth creates closeness. You see, when you appreciate the moment, you stop chasing the future, and when you stop chasing, you start connecting. And now, when you look at everything together, emotional safety, aliveness, being seen, respect, rest, presence, curiosity, honesty, patience, confidence, resilience, gratitude, you begin to understand something powerful. This is not a technique. This is not a strategy. This is a way of being. Love after 60 is not built by doing more. It's revealed by becoming calmer, more aware, more present, more real. And maybe the most important realization is this. You were never lacking. You were simply looking in the wrong direction because the power you were searching for was never outside. It was always within your presence, your calm, your understanding, your ability to make someone feel safe, seen, and at peace. So from this moment forward, don't try to force connection, don't rush, don't perform, just show up as a man who understands the value of silence, the depth of listening, and the strength of emotional calm. Because when you become that man, you don't need to make her fall in love. She begins to feel it on her own. Take a moment, breathe, reflect, and if something in this message stayed with you, carry it forward quietly. And if you'd like to continue this journey, stay connected, share this with someone who may need it, and gently support this space so more people can find it. Thank you for your time, your presence, and your openness. And remember, the The most powerful things in life are rarely loud. They are quiet, steady, and deeply felt. And before you go, just take a quiet moment and notice how you feel right now. Because if something in these words touched you, even slightly, then it means you're not disconnected. You're not too late, and you're not alone on this journey. At this stage in life, it's easy to believe that love becomes distant. That connection fades. But the truth is, it doesn't disappear. It simply changes. It becomes quieter, deeper, more meaningful, and more real than ever before. So if you stayed until this moment, truly, thank you. Not just for watching, but for being open, for allowing yourself to reflect, and for giving this time, your presence, because that alone says something about the kind of man you are. And maybe you don't need to change everything overnight. Maybe all you need is to move a little slower, listen a little deeper, and trust that what you carry inside you is already enough. If this message stayed with you, keep it close. Return to it when you need clarity. And if you feel it may help someone else, share it quietly, because sometimes the right words reach the right person at the right time. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay grounded, stay gentle, and never forget, your quiet presence is more powerful than you think. Thank you for being here.